Hi everyone, didn't realise that timer had run out. I've been messing about with stuff. How's it going? Let's play some Spirit Island. I'll wait and make sure that this is all coming through okay because, you know, things get messed up, don't they? But as far as I can see, all the bars and things are moving and I can see the screen. Can you see me on the camera? Hey, that seems to be working. I'm going to play some Spirit Island. I think it's been maybe just about 2 years since I last played this, and it's fantastic. It's one of my favourite games, and not for some reason, because I try and play lots of games, don't I? Things languish on the shelves, and it ends up with. I think generally, I know how to play Spirit Island. It's not like say a Voidfall, or I could probably play Mage Knight at this point. It's not one of them things where you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to relearn the whole thing from scratch. But what happens is, like, for all the tokens and things like that, I can't remember all of the bits and bobs. And will I ever get to like high complexity spirits and all these various expansions I got? I don't know. So we'll maybe do this a bit more regularly, so I can remember all of the bits and get me Spirit Island confidence back, basically. So with the horrible news of loads of companies, but one of amongst them, Greater Than Games, had to let go of, as far as I can see, all of the creative people that make new things with the tariffs and stuff. And I don't know if that's really changing. And I thought, like, well, I'd kind of been in the position of, well, I don't know if I'm going to get to play all of this Spirit Island that I've already got. Specifically, like Nature Incarnate and Horizons, I didn't have. To thinking maybe we should get back to some Spirit Island, and that's probably been a couple of months since I did that. So this is kind of a mishmash of stuff. Horizons of Spirit Island is like a complete base game, and if you are like brand new and you've never played Spirit Island and you feel like getting into it, Horizons is like a cheap, accessible way of doing it. It is the game Spirit Island. There's some like added complexity bits missing, but the core game is there. It only plays 1 to 3 players, but like it's such a great system for being there. And I think it's like cheap in Target in America. It's about £20 in England. It's a whole game in there. So I am playing as Eyes Watch from the Trees from Horizons of Spirit Island. The spirit boards are just like cardboard rather than the thick punch board material, but I'm not even bothered. I think you can get an upgrade, pricey to get from here, but I don't know if I'll bother with that. I'm thinking box space more than thick boards. And so you've got your starting 4 spirit cards for them. We have got major and minor powers, which I thought at first, oh, I'm not going to need them. These are just duplicates from the base set. But they've, like, I shouldn't be surprised really. They've been revised and changed over the years that Spirit Island's been out. I've got the first edition of Spirit Island, so I don't imagine anything's going to be massively changed, but that's another little boon as well. So people are going to, there are settlers coming into this island and destroying it with their settling ways, and as the spirits of this island, we want to drive them away. Hey George, hey Michael, how's it going? If we look over at the invader board over here, there are fear cards. We want to drive them away. At the start, they are not very scared. They've got terror level 1. They feel like something's up. We'll win the game if we can completely wipe them off the face of the island. Blight will be placed on the island. At the moment, the island is healthy. This is a thing that isn't in Horizons, but I'm playing with it because why not? We've got a bit of Blight on there. There are actions that are going to determine what the invaders do, and we are hopefully going to scare them off a bit. I'm playing with a bit of a mishmash of stuff. I'm playing with Horizons, like just the base power decks and a Horizon Spirit, but the rest of the stuff is from me base game. Because another thing with Horizons, it's got just the cardboard tokens for the invaders and stuff, which I don't really mind. But yeah, the fear cards are a mix, and the Healthy Island isn't in there. Oh, and we're playing with an adversary. Because at the start, hey George, how's it going? Hey Retroca. I was all about like, let's make this simple. Let's lower the like complexity of the spirits and stuff, and just ease on back in. And then I got to thinking about the adversaries, thinking, well, I never play them. I never get to all of this stuff. And so I'm playing with an adversary we are going to play against the Kingdom of Sweden, level 2. I don't know why I'm going level 2. This is difficulty 3 in the game's difficulty table. There are scenarios you can play, there are adversaries you can play against. It basically gives the invaders some special tweaks to suit your game. And I found just before I came on, actually, on Board Game Geek, okay, his name, Tim Jeans, has made these little sheets for the particular level that you're playing, because it's not so bad early on. Like, if you're just playing against level 1, you just need to know this, and when this particular thing happens. And remember this, and remember you might have an additional loss condition. But if you get to, like, the lower levels of the adversaries, there are a lot of different rules, all in, not a random order, they're in the level order. But the order in which they happen in the game, they are just spread across certain cards in crazy orders. So this takes, like, if you're just playing like Sweden level 2, you don't need to know any of these bits. You just need to know, here's your setup instructions, which I need to do, and then here's the stuff that changes in the order that it changes. Obviously not many on Sweden 2, but if you're playing against Sweden 6, for example, it would have all of the relevant rules. Like, sometimes things change at the higher levels and you've still got the bits on there of the lower levels. Yeah, really, really cool idea. Well done, Tim. But yeah, the other thing about Spirit Island is there's loads of content about Spirit Island, and there are people that are so good at this game and play it at the highest difficulties and complexities. There's podcasts about it, and there's me being like, oh, do I know the game still? We'll see, won't we? We'll try and do more things. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? So yes, let's finish the setup and get started then. Before I do that, let's say if you'd like to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon, you can do one-offs on Ko-fi, you can join as a YouTube member. I'd really appreciate it if you can do that. I don't want it to get to the level of like those videos that are like, oh, something's wrong here. But yeah, I really rely on the support of the people watching. It's how I'm able to do any of this non-sponsored stuff. And yeah, if you can and you would like to support, it would be fantastic, because yeah, bits, I don't know about the future of all of this, and I would like to continue doing it. Thank you everyone that is on there. That's another thing, I don't want to like do all of that stuff. Like, I don't want to be like, I don't know, there's people, there's a big core of people on there. I thank them all for being there. But yeah, things are worrying. So let's go. We need to do a bit of setup for Sweden level 2. So on each board, there's a board for each player that form into a big island. Solo game. You've just got one. We need to put a great big city on land number 4. If it started with Blight, put that in number 5 instead. Okie doke. And then I need to do the starting explore for the invaders. So they are going to explore in the mountains, so you can see where the invaders are going to do things. On their turn, they're going to ravage, then build, then explore on the cards that have come out in the past. So right now they're going to explore that. They'll do every round. They're going to explore in the mountains. So if they are adjacent to land that's got a town or a city, so these things that have got 3 and 2 buildings in there, if the mountains have got that, or they're adjacent to those lands, or they're adjacent to the ocean, so just places where the invaders could come from, then the mountains will get a single invader. Just these little figures here. So this is adjacent to the sea and some cities. This is adjacent to this town over here. So they are both going to get a new invader on there. And then we slide the card along to the build phase. So in the first actual round, when we get to the invader point, they're going to build in those mountains. Then they're going to explore in a new place. The turn afterwards, they're going to ravage in the mountains and do some damage, cause some blight, build wherever they explored before, and explore somewhere new. And then it's going to keep going on. And there are level 1, 2, and 3 of the cards. So they're going to do more and more in more lands as the game goes on. So let's have a look at my spirit then, because we start at each round. Hey Julian, how's it going? So we have growth first. We need to pick one of these 3 options. So they're divided up by lines. So the first one is reclaim your cards. I've got nothing in my discard pile, so I'm not going to choose this. Get a power card. So these are our 4 starting ones, particular to this spirit, but you will get more minor and major ones as the game goes on. And gain 1 energy. That's the currency that we spend to play these cards. I'm not going to choose that. I could add 2 presents. So I start off with presents over here. That was determined by my setup card. I've got 2 presence in this particular jungle, and that matters for the range at which you can play cards from. So I could just add a presence to a land up to 2 range away from where I already have presence, and 1 where I already have presence. So essentially, I could be in one of these and do some stuff. Or I could get a new power card, add just 1 presence, and gain 1 energy. Now, the advantage of having presence out there, not just for range, you uncover more stuff. So this is an income of energy, and this is how many cards you can play every turn. So it would be nice, wouldn't it, to play more than that? So I'm torn between the two. I would like to have more presence out there and do some stuff. I can do some damage and stop someone building. So I would like to have a presence out where I can play a card, really. And it would be nice to see my options in cards. Yeah, let's gain a power card, add a presence, and gain an energy. So gaining an energy, you just get that. And then I'm going to get my income in a minute. Add a presence. So you choose, do you want to increase your energy eventually? You can see underneath in the little writing what I'm going to uncover. And you uncover elements as well that'll help you do your powers. I think I would like to be able to play more cards in a turn, although I'm going to want energy soonish. I am going to add that presence, so up to 3 away from where I already have presence. I'm going to say in these mountains. And then gain a power card, so I can choose from the minor power deck or the major power deck. You draw 4 cards from it. The major powers, a lot more expensive to do, a lot more powerful, as you might imagine, and you need to forget, so lose a card you already have. So we're not going to be choosing major right now. Just going to choose from minor. So I want to be thinking about things that I do. So I cause mischief and sabotage, basically. I can gather Dahan into lands. These are the natives to the lands. They're going to help us defend a bit as long as they don't get destroyed. I cause fear, I defend. So hopefully we'll be able to stop them ravaging as much. So you want to do things to kind of round out your playstyle, because I don't do a lot of damage with these cards. I do 1 single damage. That's not going to get rid of these. You need 3 damage to get rid of these, 2 damage to get rid of these. I'm also looking at the element symbols, because you would like to play cards with loads of these elements on to try and do the most. I can do loads of defending and cause loads of fear if I can play cards that have got 3... I can't remember the name. 3 is just moon, isn't it? 3 moon, 3 air. That's air, isn't it? And 5 plant. If I can play cards in 1 round that have got all those symbols on, I can also cause 5 fear and defend 12, which would be amazing at preventing some heavy damage. So kind of be on the lookout for those symbols as well, like on the cards that I've drawn, symbol-wise. This has got a purple, this has got a green. You could be looking at all sorts of stuff on there. So we've got encompassing ward, target spirit, that's me. I'm the only spirit. Provides defend 2 in each of its lands. That's a good defend. And it's quite fast as well. Call to isolation, push an invader or a town for every Dahan in the land, or push a Dahan. If invaders are present, push all the invaders, just the the units. Otherwise, remove a blight. That's quite nice. Drought, destroy 3 towns. 1 damage to each town/stroke city. Add a blight. If you have 3 sun, destroy a city. That's so good, but it adds blight. It's very powerful, but it adds blight, and one of the ways we can lose the game is having no blight left. I am kind of thinking the one I want doesn't give me a symbol that I care about. It doesn't give me an element that I care about. It's like defending 2 in each land. That's quite nice. I'm a bit worried about causing the blight with this. As much as it would be cool to destroy a load of towns, he hasn't got loads of towns out yet, the invaders. So removing a blight I quite like. I can only do it in mountains and jungles, and the blight right now is in like the... I can't remember the name of that land. The lakes. And I can push people out and stop them building. That would be kind of cool. I can play 2 cards now, but it's slow, so it won't actually stop them building. I don't know where they're going to explore yet. think Call to Isolation. That'll give me some purple that I'll enjoy later. It won't be so good right now because the early levels just want you to have the moon and the air, the moon and the plant. So we've grown, done all the things on it. Then you get your energy income, which is 1. So I've got 2 energy to do stuff with. And then I play my cards and do my powers. I don't think I could do a power. Like if I played these 2 cards, that would be 1 moon and 2 plant. And I could also cause a bit of fear and stuff. I definitely want to do mysterious abductions, because that's going to cause a damage to one of these invaders and stop them building. So that's definitely going to be one of them. So that's going to cost me 1. I can play 2 cards because of where I took my presence from. Can't afford you, so you're definitely off. I don't need to defend loads because they're not ravaging, so not those. I can push him out so he wouldn't build either. That might be good, actually. I won't get to do my innate power, but I'm going to do these 2. So this costs me nothing, so I've still got an energy saved for the future. So if we go to the invader board here has got all of the stuff on it. So I grew, I gained energy, then I choose powers. Then all of your fast powers go off. So I've chosen 2 fast powers. They'll happen before the invader phase. Anything slow I did, you'd have to wait until they'd done all of their stuff. So hopefully this all works out. So it's range 0 I can cause damage. Any land, but it's got to be where I've got presence because the range is 0. So I'm going to cause damage in here. These have got 1 health, so gone. Call to Isolation. So I've got to choose a land within range 1 of my things that's got Dahan in there. And I can push an invader or a town per Dahan. I'm going to choose here. And I'm going to push these guys. Push them into the jungle where I've got some presence, maybe. That could be good. So I've done my cards. They go to my discard pile now. I'm going to have to reclaim if I ever want to play those again. That's the fast powers done. We go to the invader phase. So Blighted Island hasn't happened yet. Fear, I haven't earned any fear cards yet. Oh, I have earned a fear though. I need to do that. I'm just concentrating on the damage. We have 4 fear per player in the pool, so just 4 for me. I have caused a fear, so it goes into generated fear. When I've generated 4 fear, we take a fear card off, and then at this point we would reveal it, and it will have some positive effect for me, hopefully. Cause enough fear, and you'll cause the terror level to increase, which makes your victory condition easier. If you can get rid of all of the fear cards, which I have to admit is generally my favourite way to win, you just win if you get rid of all of the fear cards, but there are 10 in there, so that's 40 fear to cause. You see, like, my power can cause 5 in one great big go if I can get loads of those symbols out. Okay, so nothing in the fear section, and then we do their things in this order. So, ravage, nowhere. Build in the mountains. They need to have stuff, at least 1 invader, and they will put out a town or a city, depending on what they've already got in that place. So we're looking at the mountains. They've got nobody in the mountains, because I've taken care of it. So no build in there, and they're going to explore in the wetlands. So just like we did at the start of the game, this wetland's adjacent to the ocean. This one is adjacent to a city and a town. So they are both going to get an invader. And that is it. Oh yeah, advance their cards. It's nearly it. So you see, next time, they're going to ravage in the mountains, but they've got nothing in the mountains, so I don't need to defend anything. Maybe I should have let them build. They're going to build in the wetlands, and I definitely can't prevent all of that yet. Let's see what we can do. And then time passes, new spirit phase, new growth. So I could just go for these back. I will still gain a power card. I'll gain an energy. I won't get to put any presence out though. I can cause a damage to like get rid of the guy in this wetlands and stop them building. I can cause some fear. I can cause some fear and push around though. That will cost me 2 energy. But it's slow, so it'll happen after they've already built. I can do it to where they explore. That could be something to do. I'm leaning towards add 2 presents. I would like more cards as well. I think I'm going to go for this again. I'm going to gain a power card, add a presence. I'm going to go from the top this time, try and increase my income eventually. So within 3 range of where I've already got presence. I'm thinking out here. So I've got kind of good coverage of everywhere. And then 4 cards. Gain your energy as well. So we could have Gift of Constancy. I can gain 2 energy. When time passes at the end of the round, I can reclaim a power card instead of discarding it. Ooh. I can't target another spirit because there isn't one. Call to Tend. Oh, slow, but removes a blight or pushes some Dahan, and it gives me a green that I like. Purifying Flame. So this is where I have a Sacred Site, they're called, where you've got 2 presents in the same place. Cause a damage per blight there. If it's a mountain or sand, you can remove a blight instead. Finally, Uncanny Melting. 1 away from your Sacred Site. If invaders are present, cause a fear. If target land is sand or wetlands, remove a blight. Quite like that. I'm thinking this will remove a blight that's already been placed. And I don't need to do my defend, but I'll be able to cause fear. There will be invaders present. So this causes damage, but it is slow. Because if we can cause enough damage, destroying these generates a fear, and destroying these generates 2 fear. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Not too jazzed about any of them, to be honest. It's partly what's making the decision harder. Yeah, probably just going to do some slow things that I won't be too happy with this round. So this will cause 1 range of any of my stuff, and it can push 2 people. So it could be pushing people where they explore and stopping them building next time. And we'll do this. Oh, I need to get my normal income. We could do this to remove the blight that's here. Or we can gather some Dahan together. And it will cause some more fear. Yeah, let's do that. So I can only play 2 cards still. So they're slow. They're not going to happen yet. I've got to pay for them. And then we do all of the invader stuff, and they're going to get to do a lot more than last time. So Ravage in the mountains. They cause damage, but they haven't got anyone in the mountains, so we can ignore that. Build in the wetlands. And this is where it's going to be bad for me. So if there's at least 1 invader... Hey, Evil Weevil. How's it going? I think I saw the Healthy Island. So there's 2 on there for me and 1 on the map. So I'm right in thinking you put them on the map afterwards. Oh yeah, I didn't do my symbols, did I? Cause a fear and defend 2. I don't need to defend anywhere. I just want to cause the fear. So, building in the wetlands. There is an invader in there. They add a city if there are more towns than cities. Otherwise, they add a town. So they're going to be adding a town here and 1 here also. And then explore. Where's that going to be? In the sand. which I'm pretty sure they can do. Yeah, they're adjacent to all that stuff. So one each there. And then advance them. We'll get a fear card next time. So they're going to ravage in the wetlands, build in the sand, and explore somewhere else. Okay. The Blight, we're playing against Sweden, so the Blight moved to land 5 instead. So slow things, that's me. Eerie noises and moving trees. So we can target 1 land, push up to 2. I can push towns away. So I could actually push these guys like right out. And stop them ravaging. But I defend. So I'm kind of... I could push people in there to try and do more damage. And try and hurt them more. 2 fear we definitely want to do. That empties the fear pool and 1 goes into the earned cards. And then we slide all of this back up. And we can put Sweden down if it doesn't end up too much in the way. They want to do at least 6 damage during Ravage. And then they're going to get an extra ability when we get to stage 2, which the next card will be stage 2. Which land do you want to target? I can push. If we push into here, we could potentially do some damage. And then gather up to 3 Dahan. I'm going to gather them into here. And if I can defend this, they will hit back. If invaders and Dahan are present, cause a fear. There's a new one. Hey Jamfred, how's it going? We are playing against level 2 Sweden. So they got a bit of a setup bonus of this city in here. Blight moved over there. And if they do at least 6 damage in Ravage, they put an extra Blight out. Hopefully we can stop that though. I hope. Time passes. New spirit phase. So growth this time. Definitely going to be playing this no matter what growth I pick. But it only defends 1 land. And I've got to be in there. So the downside of reclaiming cards is I am not in either of these wetland spaces I want to defend. That's an oversight, isn't it? Should have thought about that. So I can't reclaim my cards. So do we put 2 presents out so I can play... If you put 2 presents out, you haven't got 3 cards to play, so don't think about that. You're going to have to pick this again, I think. Because you need a presence in one of these places to be able to defend loads. Okay, pick this again. Gain an energy. Put a presence out. There's no good getting that purple right now because it's not going to let me play 3 cards. The energy might help. So, within 3 range, we're going to go in here and do a big defend there. And then a power card. We need something with defend. We have got our power that should be able to play anyway. So I'll be able to defend a bit. But I might have made a mistake with those darn. So I can push someone out or cause 2 fear. I like it. It's also got moon and air that I kind of like for my abilities. Ooh, defend 6. 1 away from my sacred site. It's got green on it as well. Okay, so I'm leaning towards that. For each Dahan present, choose a different invader, a damage to each of them. Ooh. Because that would destroy 2 of them, and defend 2 would work. So I kind of like that more, because the Dahan would finish off the town. Gather 3 Dahan, push up to 3 Dahan. I love causing fear, but it's got to be one of those 2, hasn't it? This doesn't have to be next to a sacred site. And the Dahan do 1 damage each, don't they? No, they do 2 damage each if they survive. So just defending will be plenty. Oh, but thinking of this round, if you take Veil the Night's Hunt, you can't do that. You can't do defend 2. You haven't got the symbols. You haven't got a grey and 2 green. Oh dear. So we're going to have to take this for defend then. Okay. Because I can only play 2 cards. And we'll play these 2 to defend so they won't do any more damage, but we're not going to be able to stop the building and stuff. But it'll be fine, won't it? So we've had the growth. Then earn your income. 2. Then I'm going to play these cards. It's going to cost me 1, but actually I'm going to pay an extra energy to do this. So it's going to cost me 2, really. So I've chosen my powers, and then we'll enact them because they're both fast. So in one of target spirit's lands, this, I'm going to pay an energy to defend 8, because they're going to do 6 damage. So defend 4 isn't good enough. Although I could have just... It's got to be my land, hasn't it? Because I didn't know what card I was drawing. Because the better way around it would have been cheaper. Defend this one 4, defend this one 6 with this card. But I didn't know I was getting this card, did I? And then 1 away from my sacred site, I can defend this for 6. Haven't activated this and caused any extra fear, unfortunately. But we've got some defend going on, which is nice, isn't it? So there's me fast powers done. And then in the invader phase, we've got Blighted Island, no. Fear, yes. What does the fear card do? Are we in focus enough? We are at terror level 1. Each player may push up to 2 invaders from an inland land. Ooh, so that'll go in the fear discard as I've done it. I want to push 2 in, I think. I can't push 2 in. I can only push 1 in. Oh yeah, I can gather a Dahan in, thank you for getting me special rule. I'm going to build in the... I can't stop them building in that sand. I'm going to push him in there. Because the Dahan should take all of them out, shouldn't they? They won't take all of these out. That's the fear card. Then Ravage. So over here, they're causing 3, 5, 6 damage. But I've defended 8. So they're not causing any damage. Ravage took place. So every surviving Dahan does 2 damage back. So I will do... Yeah, I can split it how I like, can't I? So 4 damage. 3, get rid of this. 4. Because destroying a city generates 2 fear. Then. So that defend is irrelevant now. Ravage here. 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Defending 6. They're going to do 6 damage back. It's going to destroy them all. Lovely Dahan. They will damage the Dahan if you don't... Here I've starched. Do you not do the Healthy Island before you do the map, though? It's right, isn't it? Like, it's got 2... It had 2 per player plus 1. And then I took 1 off to build the map, right? That's the order you do it, isn't it? I'll pop another one on if it's not. So they've all been destroyed, and we did another town. So, fear caused, card next time. It's looking good. That's just Ravage, though. Build in the sand. There's no one in here, so they're not building there. But there is an invader present here, so I'm going to pop a town there. And then explore. Where's that going to be? Explore in the wetlands. So do that first, and then there's an after explore effect. So, oh, does the map blight come from the box? Thank you. So we've got a little bit more wiggle room when we start taking blight. So explored in the wetlands. Should put him in the wrong place, didn't I? Explore in the wetlands, and then after invaders explore each land this phase, if that land has at least as many invaders as Dahan, replace a Dahan with a town. Well, I didn't know that was going to happen, did I? So here they haven't, but here they have, haven't they? Oh no. All my grand plans. Sweden. Okay. Could have gone worse. And then I'll advance the cards. No slow powers to resolve. Probably need to get cards back, don't we? So they're going to Ravage in there. In which case I'm going to need a big defend. They're going to build in here, which I can probably get them out of there. Yeah. We need to reclaim cards, gain a power card, gain an energy. So reclaim all of these. We should be able to do this time as well. Would like to work to be able to play 3 cards a time. I'm going to try and squash all of these cards in. So we're going to get another as well. Should I go for a major? I don't feel like I've got enough. I'm going to have 5 energy. No, another minor now. We'll think about major in a minute. Hey, Monica, how's it going? So, can have Enticing Splendor, target land with no blight, and gather something in or gather 2 Dahan in. That's alright. Voracious Growth, 2 damage, or remove a blight in jungle and wetlands. Sap the Strength of Multitudes. Range 0, anywhere. Defend 5. If you have a purple, increase the range to 1. Nice. I feel like I've got a decent amount of defend so far. Target land, if it's jungle or wetlands, fear and a damage. That's quite nice. But no elements that I care about. This has got the elements that I care about. I wouldn't particularly say it's got a power that I care about, though. I mean, we could try gathering Dahan in there, but I've got stuff that gathers Dahan. For my powers, I'll get that. Right, playing. They're going to be doing 5 damage in there. So I would ideally like... Well, if I defend 4 in there, they do a damage to the Dahan and a damage to the land, don't they? So 1 damage doesn't cause blight, and 1 damage doesn't defeat the Dahan. And they heal at the end of the round. So I think I only need to defend that 4. Which I don't think I can do with the power. I'm going to have to do that with a card. But I've got a couple of ways of defending 4. And then the Dahan can be in there, destroying them a bit. Oh, no, they're attacking there. 6. And it's got to be 1 away from a sacred site, that one. So I'll have to... my lands. There's nothing I can do then, is there? Was there something that defended in not my lands? If I have a purple, this becomes range 1, and I'd defend 5. I can get a purple. Okay, instead of the one that you picked, pick this one. So I can play 2 cards. We can stop them causing blight here. I'm sorry to say, Monica, that Sweden is invading our spirit island, and we are trying to fend them off. So sap the strength of multitudes, and that'll let me bring a Dahan in anyway. I could potentially bring all of the Dahan in here. Oh no, gathering would happen slowly. I mean, it would be alright to just defend it and not do anything else. I can bring a Dahan in there for free, can't I? And we've got a fear card that might help. Could just cause some fear. It's not going to put anything into the pool, though. Pushing Dahan slow. Just thinking with that Dahan on its own, I would like to push them so that, like, if they explore in the jungle, that will be replaced with a town. So although it doesn't seem very useful, and I'm not going to be able to do my power again, I don't want to lose loads of Dahan. I'm going to do those two. So I'm going to defend 5 here, because I've got a purple, it's got range 1. And then I'm going to push the Dahan in there, which will hopefully help me out later. Oh, and by defending 5 in the sand, where they're actually going to attack, would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh, but you could bring the Dahan in from there. Okay, then, so where else will you play? Cause some fear. Cause some fear, push some people. Yeah. So, I haven't had my income. My income's 2. I'm spending 2. So we're defending in the sand, which will bring a Dahan in. Hopefully, they don't explore in sand. They might. Sweden's ability is worrying me. We defended it, though. Okay, let's see. I'm about to get more scared about it, aren't I? There is a fear card as well. This might turn things around. So it's still at terror level 1. Each player removes an invader from a coastal land. So my only option is this one, but still, it's all right in it. Then, Ravage in the sand. They are doing 6 damage. So 1 damage to the land, 1 damage to the Dahan, because I've defended 5. Didn't cause any blight, didn't destroy the Dahan, and the Dahan do 2 back. I'll do it to the town and cause a fear. Build in the wetlands. So they unfortunately put a city out here and a town out here. And then they're exploring in. That's the sand. Oh no. So 1-1, and that turns into a town. I've messed up, haven't I? It's not over. And then move them all along. Ravaging the wetlands next time. My stuff. I'm causing 2 fear. And I can push up to 2 invaders out of a target land. And if I push him out of there, we can hopefully do our Dahan thing and wipe them out. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. Time passes. Growth. So we're not reclaiming cards. It would be nice to play 3 cards, wouldn't it? It would be nice to have a plant out to be getting. I'm wasting this every time. I'm thinking 2 presents. Because I can do my combo, can't I, of these 2 cards to defend the 2 places they're getting attacked. There's going to be a huge attack here. I can cause a fear with this. So we've got 3 energy as well. So we're going to put 2 presents out. So one's going to be there, and there I've got a plant built in, but it's the moons that I need. I'd like to work towards playing 3 cards as well as having all of this stuff out. So that'll be the 0 range one and the 2 range one. I'm probably going to have to get these back, aren't I? Put it there. Okay. That's my growth. Income is 2. I mean, I can, like, if I played these 2 cards, I would have 2 moon and 3 plant. Almost enough to do the defend 6, not enough. But I would only defend 4, so I'd be letting that through. So I've got to ignore the power again, really, haven't I? What if you'd taken them from there and you could play 3 cards? Yeah, because you don't need that extra plant, really. Go on, then. Play 3 cards and these 3. Because then we've got a moon and the 2 plants. Which will just let me cause a fear. Okay, so pay for them. Cost me 2. I want to defend 8, so it's going to cost me 3. So we're defending 8 here, although we've not got the Dahan artillery anymore. I mean, I could defend 2 here. That's not going to matter, but I'll be able to use my power to gather a Dahan in. And then defend 8 here and be able to bring a Dahan in. Defend 6 here, so it's the wetlands that are getting ravaged. And then we will choose. It's got to be somewhere. Oh, somewhere where I have presence. I'll choose here then. We'll cause a damage to this. So it's still got 2 health left. See, it's 2 up there. And a fear will give us a fear card, which unlocks Terror level 2. We just got to destroy all the buildings to win. I'm not very good at that. Because the Dahan could then destroy the city and cause some more fear. Okay, so the invaders. Fear card. What's this going to do? Oh, we're in Terror level 2 now. Each player chooses a different land. In each, gather up to 2 Dahan. 1 damage if Dahan are present. That doesn't help. This can have 1 health left. This guy can die. But we're already sorted. For that, I suppose it's an extra 1 damage. But those guys were... It's not going to do any more damage than I was already going to do. Okay, then they're going to ravage in the wetlands. So 3, 5, 7 damage. I'm defending 8, so nothing gets through. 4 damage coming back. I want to destroy the city because it heals itself at the end if you don't destroy it. So a city and a town is going to be 3 fear in total. And over here, these cause 3. I'm defending 6. The Dahan will wipe them out, and destroying the town will give us another fear, which is another fear card. That's just ravaging. Building. They're going to put a town out here, and this place is a worry next time. There's only 8. I can defend that. Won't have all the Dahan in there to destroy them. And then exploring in the mountains. They will be able to go to both mountains, but hopefully we can keep a lid on that a little bit. Right, check out Monica's blog on Board Game Geek. One single meatful. You got more fans than me, Monica. But I'm struggling through Spirit Island, aren't I, right now? Right. We can't... Oh, advance the cards as well. There were no Dahan there to do their special thing. Got to reclaim the cards, haven't I? Or you just hope that a random card you draw will defend 8. I think we've got to reclaim cards. But reclaiming cards doesn't give you any more presents. Reclaim the cards, because we should be able to get rid of at least one of those mountain dudes as well. Gain an energy. Gain a power card. Could go major. Haven't got a ton of money. But... And then you've got to lose something. Are you prepared to lose something? Yeah. And we could do a cool card from here and then do 3 cards. The land thrashes in furious pain. 2 damage per blight. There's not loads of blight, so that's not going to be any good. Terrifying nightmares. If you have 4 moon, 6 fear in total. And push a lot of stuff. That's best so far. 2 fear and 4 damage, but it's slow. Not going to have a combo to make really good use out of that. Destroy all... So 1 range from my jungle place. Destroy all invaders and towns, but destroy all Dahan. If you have 2 moon and 3 green, this is what I need, isn't it? Destroy a city and don't destroy the Dahan. Well, I need that. Easy decision when you saw the last one. Okay, getting rid. Probably this call to isolation. It's slow is the downside of the jungle hungers. But we can just defend it all and then play that to destroy it. Yeah, let's get rid of call to isolation. That's gone. So cards, I'll get your income. 2. So the jungle hungers surely has to be one of them. I don't know if you can get 2 and 3 though. Of course you can. It just means you've got to play one of these at least, and then one of these for a green. You can get 2 and 3, and then you can defend 4 somewhere. Because what's this doing? It's at 8, isn't it? Because I can do a damage to one of these mountain guys and stop them building. So that's going to cost 4. And then I need to defend, don't I? And I'm not in there. So it's going to have to be this one that I pay for because I haven't got presents in there. Boom. Yeah, yeah, that's good. So, 2 moon, 3 plant. I can cause a fear and defend 4 there. But we're also defending 6 there too. Defending 8 in total. Pop 2 things on that. Cause a fear. So I'll just slide down. Should need a picture in picture of it there. And then cause a damage. It's got to be, it's range 0, so I'm going to have to cause it there. You're done with. And then you're slow. So that'll happen afterwards. Okay. The invader phase. We're not in Blighted Island. They haven't put a blight out yet. Fear. We're in level 2. Lands with presence have defend 2. Each spirit gains an energy for every sacred site they have in lands with invaders. 2. It hasn't destroyed any, but it's alright, isn't it? Okay. And then do their stuff. So Ravage in the Sand. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. I'm defending 10. I don't know why I've only put 2 on here. I miscounted that, I think, before. So I've defended it anyway. So they haven't done anything. I could have moved Dahan in. Which, why wouldn't you? Because you might lose the Dahan. Splitting them up. But if Wetlands comes out, 1's going anyway. Because they're defended. Everything's getting destroyed from there anyway. It doesn't matter. You don't need to bring 1 in. Yeah, if it's Wetlands there, you're going to lose 1. Not here, though. Okay. So I've just defended that, and it's all fine. Build in the mountains. Boom. Explore in the coastal lands. Yeah, I'm going to lose another Dahan. So that is going to be... And then they're going to build and ravage in the coastal lands. So that gets replaced with a town. I've not done well with that. The Dahan are getting swayed by the invaders. Okay. And then advance all the cards. And then the slow powers. I could think in the coastal, I could just destroy these guys in the coastal lands, but I can destroy everything in here. So why wouldn't I do that? Destroy all invaders and towns and 1 city. That's everything in one great big go. So that is going to give me 2/4 fear, which is another... Actually, it's another fear card and a half. Lovely. So they're going to ravage in the mountains. Which is not a huge amount. Like, I can just ignore this. Then they're going to build there. So it would be nice to get them out, but it's not essential. Here we've got to do something about it. But if we play the right cards, like just defending 2 there would be alright. I'm going to do this. Gain an energy. Add a presence. Right to there. And a power card. It's going to be minor again. We've got gather in a target land without invaders. But I like the symbols. A fear of damage, destroy a Dahan. Oh no. I don't want to do that. If target land is jungle or sand, do another damage. Target Spirit gains a minor power card. Target Spirit gets +2 range with all their powers. I'm thinking it wouldn't do anything beyond that, but in terms of like reaching the higher numbers of stuff and causing a load of fear, that would be quite good. And we can gather him out of there. I could gather a town out of the mountains, and then the ravaging won't make any difference. Or gather someone out of the coastal lands, and then they won't be able to build. I'm going to go for that. Let's try and get the most out of this as possible. So we only need to defend 2 really. I can put a Dahan in there to wipe them out. So probably want Lure of the Unknown. That can gather some Dahan, but it's slow. You rather use Fear and push some people. Costs some energy, but it's alright, isn't it? So now I just need a green, and then we can defend 6 and cause 3 fear. Because I've got a plant up here. Just don't need to defend in multiple lands, though. You might as well. Why not do both? And we'll have to recall next time, though, because you won't have any moon. Because you're playing it all. You haven't had your income either. I mean, removing Blight's nice. Just playing it for the symbol, really. So, 2 moon, 2 air, 1, 2, 3, 4 plant. Cause 3 fear. So, 2 is a card 3. And defend 6. Defend 6. I've got a dice over here. So I'm going to defend 6 there. More than I need to. Bring Dahan in. Gather. I can choose a land without invaders to gather someone into. Gather out of there. I suppose that's... Yeah, then they won't build. Because he'll build anyway. I'd like to stop him, but... So that one's done. And you 2 are slow. We've got 2 fear cards, haven't we? No Blighted Island. The fear cards are... Each player removes 2 invaders or a town from a land with Dahan. It's removed, doesn't it? It's not destroy. So I think there. Just make them have less power. And we've got another one. Each player removes an invader or a town from a land with 2 or fewer invaders. The building in there as well. Building in here is going to do a city, though. That'll stop them building, but that can be defended against. This... Yeah, take a town away, they'll just put a town back rather than a city. Either way, you're just stopping a town. The town's going to come right back out, though. Yeah, the city's going to be harder to stop. I don't know. Not happy with that decision. Okay, Ravage in the mountains. So 1 damage here, doesn't do anything. 3 damage here, 6 is prevented. Dahan do 2 back, which is going to cause a fear for destroying a town, and then building in the coastal lands is going to be a town in each of these. And where are they going to explore? Mountain and jungle. So, yeah, they can explore in all of those. Oh dear. So I think we're Dahana safe now. That's not going to happen in stage 3, is it? But we need to keep causing fear and stuff. If we get to Terror level 3, which we're not far off from, we just have to not have cities out and we win. Right? I've still got stuff to do. Cause 2 fear. Victory condition, have no cities out. That's it. I can even remove the blight and push some people out. I think that's right. Oh, wow. Well, there we go. Spirit Island. Right. Let's... How long's it been? It's only been an hour. Let's do another one. It shouldn't be too much to reset. Should I... So it worked out well, actually, that I picked Eyes Watch from the Trees because I liked the picture. But they were very effective at stopping Sweden ever doing anything they wanted to do. So who else have we got out right here? We could be a mud bear. We could be a fire lizard. A wind cat. A sun wind cat. Or a dirt gator. We could be tremors. Try offense and have no, like, defense at all. Rising Heat of Stone and Sand's got a bit of defense. That's what this guy looks quite balanced with a load of stuff. I do like quite being somewhere. Like being someone that's more aggressive. I tend to do a lot of fear-based things. Hey Steven, how's it going? There's a lot of control throwing things around as well. Damage dealing powers do +1 damage. +1 damage total, rather than for each thing. Probably not going to be as good against Sweden, is it? Try it out. Not think too much about it. Right, let's... How accessible have I left the boards? Very accessible. Swap for that one. So we got... Blight, Dahan, Dahan, Dahan. It's very Tremors, isn't it? See. Those Dahan that I lost. Another Dahan. I have one starting thing in land 5. And no energy. Oh, my power is slow, though. So they might be able to do all of the blight. So let's sort out the cards. Get their innate ones out. You all back up there. Fear cards want swapping. Do 2 more levels. We'll skip to level 4 then. Although I haven't printed a little thing out before. Let's see how useful it would be. That was really cool. I like it. So I need to do another thing instead. Oh, towns do 3 damage. Cities do 5 damage. So for level 4, we need 4 at the bottom, 4 in the middle. Where's the? Oh, I haven't shuffled in the fear cards that we saw. How daft. I was thinking, oh, there's not many fear cards, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I love winning by fear. So much so that I don't know if I've ever won any other way. Need to sort these out. Remove 1 from each. Actually, he should be causing 20 fear just from existing. Invaders apparently not bothered about it. So 1 goes from there. Add a city to land 4. If Blight is in 4, put it in 5 instead. And then during setup, after adding all the other invaders, discard the top card of the deck. On each board, add a town to the land of that terrain with the fewest invaders. So starting with even more stuff out. 1 removed. 1 removed. And we are discarding mountain. So they're putting a town out in the mountains with the fewest invaders in. That one. Okay. You guys clear off. One thing I don't like with my original and... I don't know if you can see on the camera. You probably can. With my original and expansion things, I imagine everyone's is like this. They're a different colour. One's like a bony colour. One is like proper pure white. Titanium white. Let's get this guy's cards. I've also got... Do this again. Yeah, as I say, I've also got Nature Incarnate, which I haven't opened. But I hadn't opened this until today. If I haven't said it a million times already. Hey, no, everyone watches every video, so apologies if you've heard me say it a million times, but we've got a little baby. Mark, you asked about Sabrina when you came in, and I forgot to respond because I was probably babbling about something. Sabrina is doing very well. She is smiling a lot. She is starting to kind of laugh a bit. It is great. Have you done all of your bits? I think so. So what have we got here? We've got a nice defend card here. Defend 9, 2 fear if invaders are present, which probably will be. Push 2 to harm. Or like out. Ferocious Rampage, a fear, 3 damage, which is 4 for me. To non-cities. Once this turn, I can deal plus 3 damage when I'm doing a power. A fear, gather up to an invader or a town. So gain a card and add a presence 1 away, or add a presence 2 away and gain 3 energy. I'm going to get 2 energy to start with, and I can only play 1 of these cards. They're not ravaging. Oh, we've got to do their starting explorer, haven't we? Don't forget that. So their special card did stuff. So they're exploring in the sand, and then they're going to be building in it. I imagine they can be in both. Yeah. So here's bad because they'll build a city. I don't think there's anything I can do about that, though. What I could do is, if I put a presence out and gain energy, I can deal 6. It would be 7 damage in total, wouldn't it? And I could wipe out everyone in there. Oh, I've got to gather my presence around. Although 4 damage would get rid of the city and the town. Oh no. You need 5. You get rid of the city and the invader without having to boost it loads. Because that's kind of overkill, isn't it? Getting 7. So I don't need to do any defending just yet. Probably just want to go on a ferocious rampage. And I'll have to gather... It's range 0, but I can put a presence out. Yeah, we want to work towards playing 2 cards, don't we? So I'll add a presence there where I want to do the power. And I'll gain a power card, which I haven't shuffled ever. I didn't work out a score last time. I don't think I've ever scored a game of Spirit Island that I've played. Innate powers perform all thresholds reached in order on the same target land. Ooh. Let's see what the choice is. Probably something causing a load of damage. And we could play 2 cards now, so 3 I like. I haven't got any Sacred Sites. Would be the downside there. Shadows of the Burning Forest, 2 fear. If it's mountains or jungle, push an invader in a town. Call of the Dahan Ways, replace an invader with a Dahan. I like that. If you have 2 moon, I wouldn't have. You can replace a town with a Dahan. That would be lovely there, because town would be all that's left. Set the strength of multitudes, defend. Oh, we had that last time. So nothing has the fire and animal. And nothing at all has earth on offer. Thinking for these things. So I want to do that, but I haven't got a Sacred Sight. And that's at range 0, so no. So it's got to be a land with invaders. They might spread to jungle. You might want to do some defending with all these guys about. You're not going to have the energy to play anything other than a 0. I think that. Let's cause some fear. The classic. So they're both slow, the things that I'm going to play. And I've got 2, but I haven't got a... I haven't got any of that, and I've only got 1 of that. So we will build some stuff up later on. Okay, so they're my powers. No Blighted Island, no fear yet. Ravage nowhere. Build in the sand where they started. There's going to be a town there and a city there. And then they are going to explore in the jungle. I'll slide them along. They can explore in both of them, no problem. Galactic Spirit Island Cruise. It's the crossover we've all been waiting for. I do want to play Galactic Cruise again, actually. I want to play a lot of things again. I've done a lot of playing games in the last couple of months. In fact, if you've seen any of the live streams, they have been the bulk. The live streams I'm practicing for the live streams have been the bulk of my playing of games. We're getting there. I filmed a playthrough for Dragon Eclipse, but it took me like a week to film it in tiny chunks because tiny baby. But we're getting there. We're working things out. I'm live again. So let's see. Ferocious Rampage is going to be here. Oh, it makes no difference. Like, if you've done the +3 damage, you can't do it to a city. Okay, well, that's a shame. So we're probably going to have to work out how to defend those. So I read the card out and then forgot what I said about the card. We've destroyed a town, which is going to be a fear. And the card causes a fear, so that's 2 so far. And then we will target... Oh, actually, you could do this one first. Target here. And because it's jungle, I can push him out. And then we could have hurt him. Makes sense? Do it that way, then. So that is going to be 4 fear in total. Which is going to earn us our first card. But there are 11 fear cards this time. We want to push our way through there. But the destruction might cause enough fear. Okay. Time passes. Growth. So they're going to be ravaging in the sand. 4 damage, 5 damage. So I either need fast attacks or more defense. So I need to gain a power card, don't I? But you're not going to be able to afford to play all of these cards. You need like 3 defense. You could do some damage with this, maybe. Yeah, add a presence, gain a power. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we might have to just let some blight in early here, but it would be bad to do there because you put a presence in it. We can move the present, but it's slow moving the presence. So we have got 2 fear, push up to 2 things out. So we could push them out of the sand, and there can be a problem later. It's just I would like to defend there because the Dahan would have taken them out. If blight is present, 2 fear, and push up to 2 things, and then add a blight. Oh. Push up to 2 things. Target spirit gains a minor power. 2 damage. Push a person. No event cards. Not just yet. I need to remember all the bits of Spirit Island. Like, I'm not even playing with all of the tokens from Branch and Claw Stroke Jagged Earth. I need to remember all the bits. It's been years since I played Spirit Island. Only 2 of them, but it had been many years since I played it before that. I'm not happy about any of these. So for symbols, they're nice. We're not going to be able to defend both of the places then. But it would be bad not to defend there because of the Dahan. One of them would be destroyed unless we can move them. Not quickly. If we're willing to put Blight in, this will cause fear and push them out. And it's free. Otherwise, you just have to lose this presence, wouldn't I? I can defend 9 here, and then the retaliation will kill them. And this will deal 5 damage and put a blight out and destroy my presence. Hey Sam, how's it going? What a combination, right? But don't forget, this will do 2 damage, but it's slow. It'll be after the attacks. It might be better to just put the blight out and cause the fear, rather than letting them put it out. If anyone's going to blight this land, it's going to be me. And have those two cards. You won't have the damage from this. You need to put a presence out. It's going to be there. So that gives me 2 fire, 1, but only 1 animal. Yeah, because that's slow. I think this will be good. So fast, we are going to defend 9 here. 2 fear if invaders are present, which they are. Push 2 Dahan. There's no Dahan in there. And Land of Haunts and Embers will do here. Maybe I want to do it. Put my thing in the jungle. I don't need to be in there, do I, right now? 2 fear, which is going to be a fear card. There's no blight present yet, but 1 is now present. Oh, and push 2 things out. I'll push them into... You can push them into the jungle and defend 9 later. So they're going to have in the 5, 8, 10, 13. No, probably not good to push them in there. Push them there. Okay. That's my stuff. It was fast. Okay, no Blighted Island yet, but I haven't helped it removing a thing from there. Terror level 1. Each player removes an invader or town from a land where it is the only invader. Oh, that's not true of anywhere. Now I've pushed them in there. Ugh, the other one, skip all build actions in lands with cities. That's going to help there. So Ravage in the sand, no one in there. Defended that one 9. That's it. Build in the jungle, except not there, and they're not in there. Brilliant. Okay. 1 did well, 1 didn't matter. So where I pushed them, why did I push them there? So where else are we going to push them? It's a great big thing there. I didn't know the other fear card was going to come out, though. And then the Explore is going to happen in the wetlands, which sucks because there is now as many... Afterwards, if the land has at least as many invaders as Dahan, the Dahan become a town. Okay. So, that's it, isn't it? They're explored. Time passes. Growth. They're going to be ravaging. So 6 damage there, nothing there. Again, my attacks are slow. So do we need to reclaim? I still get to add a presence when we reclaim. How much did I spend there? I spent all 2. If I played these 2 cards, that would be 2/1/2 to do a couple of damage, but it's probably not going to be those cards, is it? Let's reclaim cards and add a presence out. Because I've only got 1 way of defending. If we play this and something like that, they're going to build in the wetlands. There's not a lot I can do about that unless I'm willing to put Blight out straight away, which I'm not. That's going to take 4 energy, though, which you haven't got. It's going to have to be like this, and we'll put the thing out from there to give us 3 energy, of which I'm spending 2 with the cards that I'm playing. Okay. So fast power. Defend 9 here in the jungle. 2 fear if invaders are present. They are. Push 2 to harm. There's none in there. And then there are no fear cards. They're going to ravage in the jungle. So 6 damage. Defended. Build in the wetlands, which I've done nothing to stop. I'm just going to keep needing that defend 9 card back. You need to do something else about it, though. And then explore in the coastal lands. Where they'll build next time. Then slow cards. There's got to be someone where I am. I don't really need the push. So we've got this, remember, as well. Wait a minute. You haven't got the right symbols if you do this. Okay, do that then and don't have the extra energy. 2, 1, 2. Yeah. I wanted the damage. Forgot about that. Do I want to push things out? I don't think so. Which caused 2 fear. RH. Can you make your way in? There's bits of games everywhere. Everyone, there's baby here. She's been keyed out by my software. Hey Sabrina. How's it going? Oh yeah.
Come and say hello.
You'll be getting bullied into playing Spirit Island one day. She keeps disappearing because of the
I've not
green
really come on
screeny
the
thing.
stream, but Sabrina's what matters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see bits of her. Not in the happiest mood, but
She's just woken up
oh, I see.
from a teeny nap.
Oh,
Teeny tiny nap.
thanks, visitors.
Bye everyone.
Bye. I don't think we care about the push. Let's just have 2 fear, which is going to cause a card, which is going to put us into Terror level 2. Because Terror level 1 didn't change, did it? And then we can do 2 damage from this. Anywhere with invaders range 1. So do I go here and get rid of a town and cause a fear? I'm still going to have to do something about this place. Or do we do it here and then they won't build? Here. Cause a fear. Right, time passes. So they're going to be attacking in the wetlands. 7, 4. I don't have fast defense, do I really? Fast attacks. I've got slow afterwards attacks. Power card and out of presence then. Let's try and change that. Defend 1. Or if it's jungle or sand, defend 4. I'm not aware I need to defend. What else is fast? Destroy an invader. Eh. Defend 6. Within 1 of a sacred site. We've got a sacred site right there. 5, 6. That would be enough defense. Gives me 1 symbol. Oh, it gives me a couple of symbols I kind of care about, actually. Destroy an invader. Eh. Fear, damage, destroy a harm. If it's jungle or sand, do a damage. Defend 4 in jungle and sand. Yeah, I think that's the one to go for. Presence. And this gives me another fire to boost those numbers up. To get to like 3-1-3 and do 3 damage. But I would like to be able... I can't defend there as well. Unless I want to push them out and put Blight out. Then I'm putting all the Blight out. Causes some fear. Take it from here so I can afford to play Ferocious Rampage as well. And it's going to go in... Where am I going to want to do the Ferocious Rampage? Here, where I've already got presence. You're going to get Blight. I don't think there's a lot I can do about that. Because this is 2-1-3, which doesn't matter. I can do 2 damage though. Yeah, play those 2. So first of all, we'll defend 6 here. So only 1 damage is going to get through. I don't have 2 blue, and I don't want to remove a blight, so ignore all that. Fear card. This could turn the tides a bit. We're in level 2. Each player removes a person or a town from an inland land. That will help. You are inland land. Remove you. You now only do 1 damage. Haha. So that's the fear card. Ravage in the wetlands. So 5, 6, 7. Defending 6. 1 isn't going to cause a blight. Then 1 isn't going to cause a blight. Build in the coastal lands. And then they're going to attack again. Oh, this is going to be very bad for me. Town. 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 And then explore in the jungle. It's not going to get rid of any Dahan, though. Okay. And then in my slow bits, we've got 2 damage somewhere. And then 4 damage. But not to cities. So within 1 range, 2 damage there. Their attack won't matter. Although they've got Dahan if we can defend it. I can't really defend it though. So a fear for destroying that with me 2 damage. And this is going to have to be where I've got presence. So I think we'll be saying here. A fear. 4 damage. What? 2, 3, 4. Another fear is going to be a fear card. Okay. I'm going to advance everything. So attacking in the coastal lands. If I can get to the 3-1-3, it will do 2 damage and then 3 damage. Do I want these cards back? If I get the cards back, all I'll be doing is defending. But if I take my presence from here, I'll still be able to do 2 damage. And I'll cause a bit of fear. That sounds good. So it's got to add a presence to where I've already got them because we're reclaiming cards. There then. I'm not stopping building in the jungle, unfortunately. Because, yeah, it's going to be 3, 2, 2. So 2 damage, unfortunately. But we've got to work towards being able to play 3 cards. So defend 9 there. And 6 there. And then that won't cause any damage. And then 2 fear because there's invaders present. That doesn't do anything extra. So in the invader phase, no blighted island yet. Fear. Each player chooses a different land with Dahan. In each, 1 damage per Dahan. I will choose this one because then he won't build in that jungle. It's alright. Then ravage the coastal lands. 1 damage, does 1 damage to a Dahan, but they live and they destroy him back. Defended 6, defended 9, and there's 8, 10, but 1 doesn't do any damage. Build in the jungle. Town back there. And explore in the mountains, which unfortunately, it's going to be bad. For these Dahan, I'm going to turn 1 into a town. Oh. And then move everything along. So ravaging the jungle next. It's there again. Don't forget your 2 damage, which we will do 2. It's got to be within 1 range of something. Here, so that ravage isn't so much. Still have to bring a defend in, but we could just play the defend 6 instead of the defend 9. You're reclaiming again. We could get to be playing 3 cards. I don't want them to do 6 damage to the land and get their bonuses. Right. And that causes a fear. I think I'm reclaiming again. Or do I just trust that I'll find a defend 6 or some early attack that can get rid of a city? You won't be able to afford it. Reclaim cards. Add a presence. But it's got to be where you already have presence if you reclaim the cards. Gain a power card first. Do you want it to be major? Not really. Maybe they'll just have to be able to put a blight out this time. One, two, three, 4. Get a card and add a presence. So push all the dudes. I can gather Dahan. Or any of this. Should have gone major. Push things per Dahan or push a Dahan. So I can't stop that now. If invaders are present, push all just the units. You've got two of the symbols I care about. I'll pick you. I don't care about the power at all. If I can play more cards, I'll be able to get these symbols out. And I can put it one like distance away. Yeah, I'm going to start the mountains building at all, and that's going to be a nightmare. It's already 11. So, can we get to do some big damage? All in one place, but it could be that place. I mean, +3 damage might just be alright. So we've only got the 3 energy. So I can't play that as well. You need the mountain. It's got to be like that. And that's going to be 4 of these, but only one mountain. 4 of these. So you could play something different instead of the... I mean, the +3 damage I think is going to help in the future. Like, it's going to help the next turn when we get to do 6 damage and then 2 damage. Yeah, try it. So fast, once I can do a +3 damage. So nothing fast essentially. I haven't got a fear card. This would do some fast fear, but it would cause a blight. And you're already getting a blight. Don't change your mind. So ravaging the jungle, 6 damage. It removes my presence and puts a blight out. I've just lost that presence. And then building in the mountains. Town here, city here. And exploring in the mountains and wetlands. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Then my stuff. Why did I play this? Like, it's all I could afford, I think. Did you need that symbol? You didn't need that symbol. Play something that caused fear instead, so that it will do something. And you would then actually get a change of an energy. Or a change. Build something up. So, I can cause a fear and gather someone in. So if I say here, cause a fear and then gather him in, I don't have to worry about this. It's not a Ravager's building. The Ravager's in the mountains. Bring an energy out. Bring a guy out. 1 fear. That is a fear card. Done. I'm going to say... Oh, it has to have my presence in it. Okay, but before then... So we've got 5 damage here with my boost. I'm going to say here. I have to gather one of my things in there. So 6 damage, actually, because I'm +1 from here as well. So 6, and that's going to cause 3 fear. Another 2 damage. Is another fear. And that's 2 fear cards. So it all has to be in the same land. And then finally we've got this. And I can push 2 things out. Say there again, now I've got presence in. Push these 2 out. And then he's not going to do anything on his own. And that's 2 more fear. So we've then got to worry about this one, Ravager, but we'll probably have to recall, won't we? Okay. Time passes. 1 more fear is another fear card as well. 3 fear cards. And I think it will put us to terror level 3. We won't win because of 4 cities out on the board. But you never know. We'll get closer to it. I think... Are we reclaiming? I think we're reclaiming and putting a presence out. What's my sacred site card? Oh yeah, the defend. The defend's going to be rough. Wait a minute. They're only ravaged. You haven't built. Mountains and wetlands. Now that's a problem again. And then explored in jungle and wetlands. Oh dear, 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 dear. So that is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 12. 5. So the damage comes late as well. I'm going to put presence out, hopefully, or it's not going to be destroyed. But I don't think the defense matter, do they? Get 4 income. And we can defend these 2, but 2 are getting demolished and there's nothing much I can do about it. You can just do your defense. What would that give me? 3, 1, 4. You're not going to get to 5 until you can play more cards or put this animal one out. Hey Bernardo, how's it going? I think it's going pretty well. If you're able to defend these 2 places. Yeah, just these 2. And then I'd be able to do a big attack afterwards. Well, this could cause some fear and get rid of some things from there as well. What would that put me on? 4 fire. and then only one earth, and 4 of that. So you wouldn't be able to go any lower. You want to stop the blight coming out, do them. So that'll cost me the 4 from this round. And then yeah, we'll defend their 9 and their 6, because so you could bunch it up, but then 3 places are getting blight. 2 are already getting blight. Yeah, so defend these 2. 2 fear. First one is going to put another card out. We're at terror level 3. They're pretty scared, but there's 4 more fear cards for a victory. If we can destroy the cities, we win, but that feels, I don't want to say unattainable, but completely unattainable. The fear cards will have to help. Push to harm doesn't matter. Let's just defend 6, and then I've got a damage boosting thing later. So fear cards. We're at terror level 3. Number 1. Each player chooses a different land. In each, gather up to 2 Dahan, a damage per Dahan. I can gather 2 Dahan in here, and then that's 3 damage. It doesn't say a damage per Dahan in that land, does it? No, it does say you're choosing a land, yeah. 2, 3. And then they'll build a town rather than a city. And I'll cause a fear from destroying that town. Because they did damage, it wasn't removed them. Fear card 2. Skip build actions in lands with Dahan. So remember that, it's only going to matter for there and not the other wetlands places. In each land with Dahan, remove 2 invaders or a town. I'll remove the town there. If at least 2 are present, also remove a city. I'd known that was coming. Could have put them in there and removed that city. But still, that's some stuff done, isn't it? We've cleared a place out in the middle. That's something. So then they're going to attack and cause a blight. They're going to attack. Oh, I've lost... there's no thing here, so we're going to go to a blighted island. Immediately, draw a minor power card. Oh, I need to change this. Where's the blighted island cards? It said if you get one in solo that's 2 per player, you should change it. Here we go. Thriving communities. That doesn't sound any better for me, does it? 4 blight per player until we lose. Immediately, on each board, in 4 different lands with invaders or towns, replace a town with a city or a invader with a town. Wetlands happening again, isn't it? I'll replace him with a town, because that will still destroy him, because we've defended there, and the Dahana there. And I guess I'll replace this with a city, because it'll still be defended. And we were going to put a city out when they built it anyway. So second blight there, defended, Dahan kill them, 1 fear. Build in jungle and wetlands. So city there, town there, nothing there, town there. So only 3 things rather than 4. And then we have got our 6 damage and then 2 damage. In the same place. We can clear this. Or we would cause more fear doing this. This would be 5 fear compared to 3. That would completely clear that place out, though, and you've only got to worry about 2 places. But the places have so much stuff in them that I can't deal with it. Oh, you haven't even explored with them yet. Mountains and jungle. We're not into the slow bit yet. Mountains, because it's adjacent because of that. Jungle. So, it's already blighting these 2 places. That wouldn't be as bad to get it in. We'll go here. So 6 from this and the 3 boost, and 2 from this is going to be 5 more fear. So that's going to be 1 is a card, 4 more is a card. And Cities Destroyed would win it, but there's still 4 out here. Okay. Then they're ravaging in the jungle and the wetlands. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. That could be defended with the 6 card. 8, 9, 10, 11. Can't be defended. 8, 9, 10, 11 can't be defended. Just by recalling the cards that I have now. I could do this and cause a load of fear if I'm willing to put another blight out. I could cause 4 fear with this. Recall the cards and put animal out. Doesn't matter what you put out. Don't do the +3 damage. Do Land of Haunts and Embers. We are gonna mess things up. So that costs 3 of my 4 income. So will I have enough stuff here? 3 fire, 1 earth, 4 animal. Almost enough to do the best thing. But we'll still get to do 3 and then 2 damage to stuff. But I might be able to get... I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough fear before then. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Defend 6 there. No problem. If I add blight to something and it's not the invaders doing it, does it still cascade? Like if I'm putting blight out itself, does it cascade? I think so. Oh, wait a minute. They both did at least 6 damage. I think this is over. Oh, wait. It does an extra blight, which doesn't destroy presence or cause cascades. So I was thinking the cascades will end it. But this might be possible here. Land of Haunts and Embers. I'm going to choose here. So if there's already Blight, it cascades until there's a place without Blight, and nearly everywhere's got Blight. Push up to 2 things out. If Blight is present, 2 more fear. That's a fear card. There is 1 fear card left on the pile. Push up to 2 more out. But then I am going to put Blight out, which is going to cascade. There are 2 left on the card. And then defend 9 there. So that will... These 2 will be defended, and they'll put 1 Blight out there. They'll put 2, won't they? They'll put 2. Because there's at least 6 damage. I don't think there's anything else I could do. Just got to hope the fear cards... Because that wouldn't be 9 now. But if I defend over here instead, that would still put 1 Blight out, which would cascade massively. And we'd lose from that. Putting their second out lose. I've got to rely on the fear cards, basically. So 2 more fear from that. I can push 2 Dahan, which isn't going to do anything. Yeah. See what the fear cards do, eh? Destroy a presence. Put it out there, then. So I've still got 1. But I don't think it matters. I don't think we can do this. Well, there are 3 level 3 fear cards. Potentially. Each player may push any number of invaders or towns from a land. Okay. We're still in it. Because that's now only going to do 5 and cause 1 Blight. Each player removes... Oh, I haven't got any sacred sites, so remove a person or a town from a land with a presence. Then we'll be able to build in that jungle. Each player chooses a different land. In each, remove up to 2 health worth of invaders per presence. I haven't got a load of presents built up, unfortunately. Yeah, remove that. I suppose if I remove that, he won't build there. Yeah. 2 more fear wins the game. Ravage in the jungle and the wetlands. Defended. Defended. Not defended. They'll do 1 Blight because it's not 6. I can do that fear fast, can't I? I think. Build in the mountains and jungles. Town, nothing, nothing. City. And explore in the sand and the mountains. And then progress along. Time passes, but I think I'll just reclaim the cards and pop presents out where I already have it. I've got this as well. Oh, we don't even need to time pass. Because I've got 3 damage and 2 damage here. Somewhere one range from my stuff. Here. 3 damage, 2 damage. 3 fear. 2 fear. Boom. Despite their dominance, they have been terrified off. There's a lot to run away from. But yeah, that was very, very, very close. Like literally, the fear card saved it. If they hadn't been all pushed out of that and done their 6 damage, that would have been the end of it. But it would have been a good defeat, being only 2 fear away from it, wouldn't it? And there we go. That's another one that's only about an hour. It's like, I don't think of it as like a really intense game that takes ages, but yeah, as you get to like the more complex spirits and having loads of bits from this. But as I said, like I've only just found these before the stream, so I only printed out like one sheet of them that just did like level 1 and 2 of Sweden and Brandenburg Prussia that I've surely never played it. I think I usually choose England when they're the invaders. Stomp down England a bit. But yeah, having this wasn't so bad because it like this doesn't change as much. When you get one of the ones that's like, oh, actually the deck order changes in this, or oh, for each level, oh, this changes to this changes to this, it gets confusing, like looking back on it all, and then having to remember all at the top, like, oh, we've got an additional loss condition of this. But yeah, it's been nice playing Spirit Island again generally, but yeah, stick a few of these in. I don't know about scenarios. I haven't played a ton of scenarios, but enjoyed playing the adversaries more than the scenarios. Yeah, it's nice doing it again. We'll have to do this soonish. I don't know when. But let's put the other things back on. Let's dig into Nature Incarnate next time. That I've not even opened yet. And we'll put all the tokens and stuff from Jagged Earth and Branch and Claw, stick it all back in, get the mixed in power decks, and turn everything up to 11 now. Thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed a double bill of Spirit Island. Oh, I'm doing a double bill when it's dead quick. I am going to be back on Thursday night, I think. Not set in stone because tiny baby may be called away at any moment. But yeah, the plan is to be live again on Thursday night, 8 p.m. BST, and I'm going to play some Draft and Write Records solo. So I hope you can join me for that. If you like what I do and you can support it, Patreon, there's Ko-fi for one-offs. You can join on YouTube. Any of it will be massively appreciated. It's how I'm able to do this stuff at all, and I'd really like to keep doing it. There's some cool stuff coming up as well other than the lives. I've been doing some Dragon Eclipse, and yeah, there's a big game that will be coming up soon as well. Not a new game, quite an old game, but an enormous, big, boxy, fighty game that I'm pretty excited about at the moment. Thank you so much for watching this, though. I hope I see you on Thursday. You can see some videos early on Patreon and YouTube members. You can vote for games on Patreon. There's all sorts of stuff. Thank you so much for being here, though, and I'll see you for the next game. Bye, everyone.